Hi everyone, I'm making this video for a number of reasons. Okay, first off, I'd like to thank all the NHS staff for their incredibly great job that they're doing at the minute to help everybody who is sadly contracted the coronavirus, and I hope you're all well soon and that the nurses and doctors can return to their families as soon as possible. So big thank you from me, and I'm sure 99.9% of the population of the UK. Now, I've been suffering lately, as I'm sure a great deal many other people have, with the lockdowns, being locked down and not being able to do what we would normally do on a day-to-day basis. So I'd like to say big thank you to everybody who's helped me through it and who continues to help me on my journey to get to where I want to be. To all those who are suffering and who don't ever have anyone or think they don't have anyone, there is always somebody out there who will listen. So please do not suffer alone. Okay? Now, I am part of a group on Facebook that one of the strongman groups that's on Facebook, and there was a lady on there that said she was suffering with pins and needles and pain after working out, and it was made worse whenever she tried to lay on, or whenever she laid on one of her sides. And I said to her that I would make a video to show her how I deal with similar things, and I said to her, I thought it was caused by not exercising her rotator cuff enough, and she said she didn't even know what that was. So I explained to her what it was, and for those of you who don't know, your rotator cuff is, imagine my fist is the ball, and my fist and this hand is basically like your shoulder joint, and so it fits in like that and moves in whatever direction. But to help hold it all in place, there's a set of muscles called that hold it in place. They're very fine fibrous muscles. Okay, and if you don't exercise them enough, then muscles sort of separate, and that's how your shoulder can pop out, or it can stay in place and it can rub against what muscle there can get trapped, and it can also rub on bone. Okay, so to exercise the rotator cuff, or I said I would make a video for her to exercise the rotator cuff, because I suffer with similar problems, particularly in my left shoulder and all the way down my left arm. Okay, but I thought rather than just making a video and posting it to her, I thought I'd make it and then just post it so that anybody who suffers with a similar problem doesn't necessarily have to be doing regular exercise, but if you suffer with arthritis and things like that, just to try and help keep your shoulders and that more active, it might help. I'm not saying it will, but it might. So what I tend to do is I hold my arms out at shoulder height and I rotate them forwards like this until I can't do it anymore. Alright, so just as they're literally about to drop and fall down by your side, rotate them backwards like this. Okay, again until you can't do it anymore, like that. For this exercise you don't need to hold on to any weights. You can just use it with no weights at all, or excuse me, some canned goods. Now these are just two small 300-gram cans of mushy peas, but you can literally use any tin goods, bottles of pop, like I say, you don't need a lot of weight to exercise these, because as I said, it's a very small it's a very small group of muscles, and it would be easy to damage them. All right. Besides holding my arms up here and rotating them forwards and rotating them backwards, once I've done that, I then hold the cans of beans down by my side, or mushy peas, or if you're in the gym, dumbbells, and rotate your shoulders backwards until you can't do it anymore, and then also rotate it forwards until you can't do it anymore. And you'll find that over a period of time, that I'm not saying it will get rid of the pins and needles and any pain that you have in your shoulders, but I found that with me particularly, I used to really suffer. It didn't matter how much stretching I did or how much I was being careful, I was still getting the pain and the pins and needles. And since doing this, I don't get any pain or discomfort in my right shoulder, and I don't get it anywhere near as often as I used to in my left. So it has helped me a lot by doing them few simple movements